Okay, I'm going to show you. This is my new IPTV streaming box that I just got. It's the Buzztv, and the model is called G Series. I do like it. A little disappointed in some areas, but it is a Android TV and a Google TV box. I thought I wanted the Google TV, but now I don't. So the Android TV is what I use, and that's all I use, and that's all I need. So this box, pretty cool. It's very fast. Some of the features that I did like about it was it has extra USB ports on it for external storage, and it's advertised where you can record shows and you can do a recording schedule. It also does what's called AI upscale, and it upscales everything to 4K. That seems to be working pretty good, and it does everything. You don't have to select that or anything, it's automatic. And it also has a gigabit Ethernet port, which is what I use. I don't use Wi-Fi on mine, I use the Ethernet. And it's very quick, very, very, very fast. So, unfortunately, the ability to record has now been suspended because this is a brand new box. It's only been out about, I don't know, maybe 6 months. It's an officially certified Google TV box. Well, Google came back and said, nope, you cannot record. And so they made him stop recording immediately. So the only thing that I can figure is that Buzztv said, well, the quickest way we can do that is to disable the external storage. So because I put a 1 terabyte USB drive in and I formatted it, and now it does not recognize that stick, and every time I plug it in, the screen goes black. So I'm assuming that that's what they did. So hopefully in the near future, they will come out with a firmware upgrade which will allow you to have external storage and allow you to record as long as it is not Google TV sourced. So keep our fingers crossed on that, because that's one of the reasons that I got this box. Box is about 150 bucks. It's a good buy. It's still a great upgrade from a Fire Stick. Absolutely, there's no question, because of the speed of it, and like I said, the AI upscaling is nice. So anyway, here's the home screen. Top menu up here, you got the Gemini. The Gemini, that's the voice assist stuff, which I'll use it in a second to show you, but it works good. Got home. You got the live TV. Which is this is Google TV, and then you get the apps, and I'll show you this. So go back to the home here, and it gives you a little suggestion, pops up with suggested stuff, whatever. Top picks for you. If you can go through settings, all the privacy and security settings, and you can disable all that tracking and stuff, so it doesn't actually accumulate a database on you based on what you've watched, which is what I've done. So I don't pay any attention to the top picks for me. This is what I use. It's just the apps. That's all I use. It's the only reason I got the box. So, okay. So, Bill, I know you use Proton VPN, and I don't know if when we first started using it, if it had split tunnel capability on it. So, if you open your app, go all the way to the bottom to the settings, you will see one of the things is split tunneling. So if you go in there, you turn on split tunneling. You have two modes, include or exclude. The include allows you to select apps that will, only those apps will have the VP turned on for. Any other app will not, which is convenient because I don't use my VPN for Netflix, Prime Video, and because a lot of times they will come back and say, hey, if you have your VP on, they'll come back and say, nope, sorry, not going to let you view it or whatever. So this is nice. It's only the apps that I want it to be active for. So here's the apps that I've selected, and I'll go through some of these, and then here's all my apps over here. But this is the apps that are included. So anyway, need to set that up if you don't have the split tunneling set up already. That way you don't have to worry about going in there and turning on and off your VPN all the time, which is what I usually do. So the other apps. Okay, you have a bunch of apps that are preloaded on here, and I've gone through and gotten rid of the ones that I didn't like. And then I've reordered them in the ones that I use. except I think I'm going to reorder. Let me show you this one here. Where am I at? Just hold the enter key down and select move, and then it'll allow you to move that thing wherever you want it. So I'll put this one. I just downloaded this app a few minutes ago. Seems like it's going to be pretty good. But anyway, so get your VPN. Always keep it on. In fact, I didn't check just to make sure it's on. I do like to go back and check. And make sure it's on. Sorry, I was still in the move mode. I am connected. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. The Buzztv 6 app. So with the streaming, so you have the box. Okay. So the box does the streaming, does the decoding, and all that good stuff. You have to have a service. Okay. An IPTV service of some kind, or you just use Netflix, or subscribe to YouTube or whatever. But if you're going to use an IPTV service, you have to have a front end, an app that arranges all of whatever they offer into a viewable format. Okay, and that's what Buzztv 6 is, and it's specifically for this box and a couple of other their boxes I have. TVMate is probably the most popular front end out there for IPTV. I've been using that, and I went ahead and loaded it on this box as well. Because it is nice. I like it. So Buzztv 6 is new as of yesterday when I bought this. So we'll go ahead and run that. We'll show you what it's all about. So this is how you interface. Okay. Now I have it configured where it'll pop up on my last channel, and I don't know why it's showing that cartoon if it says Back to the Future here. Anyway, let's go put on something. Let's put on an Annette Bening movie while we're going through all this stuff. There might not be anything running. Nothing playing for Annette Bening right now. Looks like I picked the wrong category to start off with here. Let's go to something non-Prime Video. Let's just go, I don't know. This one seems to work pretty good most of the time. Well, they all work pretty good. Yeah. So this one says it's playing the Travelers Championship PGA Tour, but it's actually playing an LPGA golf tournament. So maybe maybe the PGA Tour might be under weather delay or something. I don't know. And that sepia tone is definitely on that commercial. It's not on the box. Anyway, get back here to what I'm showing you. So this is Buzztv 6 app. This is your front end app. You got your main menu over here. You're never going to use the main menu. My service, which is the Kilo TV, does not offer video on demand. That's why I have other apps that I use. And it doesn't offer TV series per se, video on demand TV series. Okay. And then radio. So you'll go to the settings here, but you'll never use this menu. These are the groups. Okay. And within each group is a whole bunch of channels for that group. And like I say, you've seen all these World Cup groups here. I'll tell you what, you can watch the World Cup. If you can't watch World Cup and you've got this package, I don't know what's wrong with you, because you've got World Cup everywhere. You got every game replayed 28 times over. But so this is the category. This is the channels within the category. Let's see, something that I don't know. I don't know what any of this stuff is. So it was Altered Carbon. Anyway, let's pop it open here. So this thing upscales everything to 4K, and if it does upscale like a 720 or 1080p to 4K, it's not 100% 4K, but it is vastly improved. It really is. Video quality is very nice. It's got HDR10, HDR10 Plus, and it's got so many formats in here for video, so many formats for audio. I do not have a home theater receiver, so the audio format's not really I don't really use it. So, but anyway, just the gist of what this is. This is the categories, and it has categories. This is the U.S. categories, and it's got so many of them, as you can tell. So we've got all those pay-per-views, everything. You've got all the sport channel. You watch every NFL game, every Major League Baseball game, every college. Where's college football? That's what I like. You watch every college football game. It has every one of them playing here because it doesn't show them now how everything playing. But and it has multi-screen, so you can have up to 9 screens showing on your TV. Based on your bandwidth for your internet service, they don't really recommend using 9 screens. They kind of recommend you top it out at 6. But honestly, I'm not going to watch 9 screens. I think the most I've ever used on my other Fire Stick with that service was 4 screens. That's all I need is 4 screens. You can kind of monitor 4 games, and that's pretty nice. That's definitely pretty nice. But anyway, so categories are out the yin yang. So right here, this is my service. Just remember this software package, this Buzztv 6 is a front end. It's an interface between this box and your TV service that you're subscribed to. So whatever that service offers up, this presents it to you in this format. Okay, you can have multiple services. You don't just have to have one. You can have a bunch of them. You can subscribe to a bunch of different TV services and have them all in here. And you set those up here under the servers. You just add a server and put pretty much everything today uses what's called extreme code. Don't worry if you don't know what that is. It's what the XC is right there. So it makes it very easy to sign up. You got a URL, you got a username, you got a password, and boom, you got everything included. So you can add multiple services, which is cool. And that way, if you and I've got 2 services when I add the other one on here. I was going to let the other one expire. That's the MyU TV, but I think I'm going to go keep it up because you got to figure the cost per year. MyU TV is $125. Kilo TV is $69 for a year, not for a month. It's for a year. I think I'm going to have at least 2 services in case one is out. Perhaps their servers are down or something. I don't know. So for that kind of price, it's easy to have two or more services. So anyway, you do have favorites, and this is what you will definitely configure favorites, because if you want to watch TV, you're not going to go through every one of these friggin' things. No. You go through here one time and you set your favorites up. And this is where you're going to watch your TV from. I've got these set up as my favorites, and this is where I'm going to watch TV from. So don't think you've got to go through here and page through all this crap. You don't. You just set it up one time, and there you go. Let's see if the race is on. TNT. The race in California. So it's got a little sepia effect to it, looks like. But, yep, it's nice. I like it. That's the Buzz TV. Oh, and it does have the, if you look over here in this right-hand corner, the programming guide, they have that. It shows the next 4 shows or the next 4 time slots, I guess. If you right-click on this, this is a expanded, a more broad expanded programming guide. You can see it's got much more time slots in here, and it has multiple days. You can go multiple days in the future. So that's nice. And this was where you would do your programming if you had the ability to record rather. So, yep, it's pretty nice. I think this is defaulting to HDR10 plus. So like I said, the colors are nice and everything looks good. Let's see. I don't want to get this too long. It does have a world of stuff. It has got more than you're ever going to want, really. But the video on demand, this particular service doesn't have it. There are services that do have it. Mine doesn't. So let's get out of here. Go back, and I'll show you how you handle that. So you download apps for it. So that Vultra TV, that provides movies. FlexVision provides movies and series. These are ones I just downloaded this morning. I got, I think this Cinema HQ worked pretty good. I've already used it. In fact, I think I'm going to move that. So you can move these in, different orders. I think I want to put it right there. So if you want to get video on demand, movies and series, you add, say deny, don't ask again. You add an app like this, and I'll show you how to do that. It's very easy. And so this one's pretty nice. I just downloaded this morning. So you do have genres you can choose. You can sort it by most popular, least popular, whatever. And then what's nice is, for me, because I like to watch older movies usually, is you can go the year the movie came out. And you can go way back. Like way back. 1950, okay. We won't go by that far. But anyway, that's cool. And so you can search for a movie. Let's see, I was going to search for the movie I do want to watch called, I think it's called Pressure. It's that movie about the World War II guys deciding whether to storm the beach at Normandy. It's supposed to be a pretty good movie. There it is. So there. And let's see. So it does have a watch list. I'm going to put this on the watch list. I could download it if I was able to use external storage, which I can't right now. But otherwise, I could, and I could download it and watch it later. But let's try to watch it now. Let's see what it does. Like I say, this is a new service. So on these, some of these apps like this, you have to choose. So you really have BitTorrent running in the background. And so you got to choose where you're going to get your stuff from. And we don't know what this really is. You just pick one and figure, okay, I'm going to use that one. Source is offline. Okay, well, I guess we're not going to use that one. Let's use that one. And loads are up here. Now I've got the volume turned off while I'm making this movie, so you're not going to hear anything. But I did know sometimes, I'm not saying this one's like that. It appears it is, though. It's got a little message there. That'll go away eventually. As it's loading up, of course, it's loading up, 4 gig and maybe even more as buffer here. So as you can see, the resolution just got better. It takes a second for the resolution to come full. But this is full 4K. And this is how you watch your movies. I'm using this app. You might use another app, whatever. I'll show you how to do that. So this is pretty nice. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And so let's go back to the beginning here. Where is the watch list at? There it is. And there's my watch list. Okay, good. Nice. And then it's also got history in case you watch something, I guess, you want to come back and see. I was playing with this earlier. In fact, this is my second attempt making this video. The first one got way too long, though. And I played a couple of these movies. Anyway, so let's go back up. Let's go TV shows. So, and there again, sorted by the same thing, genre, year, popularity, whatever. This is your video on demand, for movies and TV series. There again, it's in a separate app. That's the way I choose it, because I chose my TV service that way. You might not want to do that. You might want to do, well, you might just want to use Netflix. I don't know. But yeah, if you're going to use just Netflix, you can just use your regular smart TV or whatever that's got it already built in, and not have to have a box. But with the streaming box, you have got so much flexibility to add so much other stuff. And, depending on where you get it, it's free or cheap, very, very cheap. Okay. How do you get those? Well, downloader. Got to add downloader. Best thing to do is you go to Google Play Store, open Google Play Store. This is how you add any apps. Although on this box, I try not to add any Google Play Store apps. This one you have to. This is like your beginning spot. So go for downloader. There it is, already popped up. And you press that to download. Of course, I've already got it installed, but that's it. And you get that. And you install it, and it's there, and you use it. And so what you will do, I'll go ahead and open Downloader to show you. So it's kind of a funky looking thing. It's like a browser, but it's not. I mean, it is. But anyway, here's your round cursor. You go up here. This is where you'll put your code in. I mean, you can put it in a URL, but the reason you got this is to download apps, and the way you get the apps is you find a app repository, and they're all pretty much all listed under usually a numeric code. If I remember though, I think there's one called EMD YouTube. Let's see if it does it. Yeah. Oh no. No, it didn't. That wasn't right. That wasn't the right one. Anyway, I can't remember what it is, but I can get you the code, okay? Or multiple codes that you can go and get repositories. Anyway, so and how you use that. So one of the things that you will download is Unlinked, and it's called, in the downloader program, you would search for file unlinked, and then you would install it. And then when you run this, and as you have those codes, so I've got 3 repositories saved in here. That one, and that one. And this is the EMD. I thought that's what I typed in. EMD YouTube. That's weird. Anyway, select it. It's got them, by categories, or I've got everything. Let's go down here, movies and TV shows, and these are apps that will get you movies and TV shows, and you pick which one that you like. There's our good old Cody we used to use. Let's see. Did I try that one? I can't remember. I don't think I tried this one. So I'm going to load this while you're watching. So we'll just go download. Sometimes some of these won't load because this is a split Google TV box and Android TV box. And some of these apps don't like that. So most of them will. I think I've had 1 or 2 that wouldn't load, wouldn't download, or wouldn't install. All right, it's as easy as that. So that's installed. So we'll go and get out of here. And we'll go back, and that should be in our app list. There it is. Let's go run it and see what it does. I don't know what it does. We'll see. It was under category of movies and TV shows, but let's see what it does. It's the first time we run it, so it's going to be a little bit slow. We got it. Download, update, new update. Yeah, let's try it. See how long it takes. Continue install. Real debris has been removed. Good. Oh, well, it's been replaced with all debris. I'm not going to use all debris. See if it's going to do that. Download complete. Continue install. Huh. Well, so much for that app. Okay. Well, that's, you saw how it worked. But there again, I can help you add all this other stuff, what you want to do. But so I've got TV service. Oh, this TV Mate, that is the same as Buzztv 6. It is the same function. It's just a different package. This is the front end that decodes your TV service and displays it into a certain format that they think is best. And then TV Mate is another, does the same thing, and it displays it in a format that they think is best to present to you. So they do the same thing. This is one I've been using. I just got this box yesterday, so I just started using the Buzztv 6. But this one's good. This one's great. You know, so we have, see, as you notice, the content is the same because I'm using the same TV service. I'm just using a different front end to display that TV service. Yeah. So whichever one you want to use, there's a whole bunch of them out there. TV Mate's probably the most popular because it is very nice. It's set up nice. So if I choose movies, see how it, oh look, I didn't notice this. It does have a category called Blu-ray movies. I didn't know that. So this is like a video on demand. Da-da-da-da. So I guess my service does have some video on demand. Let's go back over here. Shoot, maybe I'll learn something. Asian movies. Oh, look, it does have a category. I didn't see that in my list under the Buzztv. Netflix 4K movies. Well, shoot, I just learned something. And I can't search it? Well, how about that? Let's choose one here that looks all about death and destruction, which is about every movie that comes out now. Gosh, it's hard to find one. Anyway, let's go choose something here. Let's choose Steve. Let's just see how quick it is. And this is through my PTV service. This is not through a separate app. So it's taking it a while to load up here, not as quick as I thought. Oh, and it's going, well, it's grabbing it from Netflix. So I just logged into Netflix, evidently. And we'll see here. This should be 4K. That backlight's not messing you up. Okay, this video is getting kind of long. I'm going to wrap this up. Let's see if I can fast forward here. Take that a bit. Of course, like I say, it's still, you know, downloading. Most time it is not this slow. Most time it is instantaneously quick. Don't know why this is going so slow. And as you see, the resolution right now is not as good, but as it downloads more of the content and gets it all, it will improve. It don't take but a few seconds usually. It's already improving. Yeah. So, but there we go. So I learned something new every day. I do have video on demand. I just didn't look through all the categories. I'm probably got a much more. There's the Amazon. There's the Disney. Let's just look here. Oh yeah. Well, how about that? Okay, anyway, that is my Buzztv G Series box and my Buzztv 6 app. And I do like it. It works very well. It's got a couple bugs in it. No big deal. But I think you'll like it. Like I say, my service, can't complain. $69 a year. Not a month, but a year. For my new service, my old service was $125 a year. Still can't complain about that. All right, that's it. Hope you like it.